Day 8, here we are. And today we will talk about presenting live from PowerPoint while using live captioning and subtitles. Okay, let me show you where you can change the settings for captions and subtitles in PowerPoint. Let's first pop into the interface here real quick. To get to caption and subtitle settings, first you need to go to Slideshow, the Slideshow tab in the ribbon. Over here on the far right, it says you can always use subtitles. I'm going to keep this checked for this presentation. That way, every time I go into slideshow mode, it will automatically start listening for my voice and captioning it. If you don't want it to always do that for a particular file, uncheck it and then just check it right before you go on if you need it. Under subtitle settings, you have some really cool features here. This first one says for me, spoken language English, and that's because my system is set to English. If I had my system set to Spanish, then this by default would say Spanish. However, you can override that default right here in this menu. You can choose any of these languages as your spoken language for presenting, and they're actually working on expanding this list as I speak. The subtitle language, what's going to pop up on screen as you speak, is by default the language that your system is set to. Now you can override this to be Spanish or French or any of these many languages here, and it will live translate what you say. Now it's important to maybe find someone else who speaks that language, practice with them, and they can tell you how accurate it is. I imagine some of the newer languages that have been added, and I don't know which ones they are, may not be quite as accurate. Like I've said in previous videos, AI is getting really fantastic. It's getting better and better, but it's not perfect. So be careful when you're using an automatic translating subtitle here. And then you have an option to choose a microphone. And under that, we have options for where your captions will display as you speak. I usually use above slide. The above and below slide options will shrink your slide a little bit, give a little letterboxing at the top, which gives you room for those captions to show up. The overlaid options for top and bottom will actually overlay your slide. And I never choose those because I don't want to risk captions covering up something that could be really important on my slide. I don't want to get into this, but I will just for you. I'm going to click this. I don't want to. First, I want to demonstrate above slide captions. So let me check that, and then we'll go in to see what these more settings are for Windows. Oh, interesting. So in Windows, I have the option of changing the color and the capitalization and the size of my caption styles. I find this to be very intriguing. I'm going to make it large text. Let's see how that goes. Okay, let's try it out. So give me a second to pop into slideshow mode here. Now, as you see here, as I speak, the captions are showing above my complete slide. And what it won't do for live captioning is that it will not caption any swear words. So if you inadvertently stub your toe and suddenly go, oh, it's not going to show up in the captions. For instance, if I were to do my little intro here, this is what the captions will look like. Hey everyone, I'm Steffi Hogan. I love talking about accessible digital design, especially in presentations, because it's something that is very often either a complete afterthought or overlooked altogether. Right? That's what captions look like above the slide. But what do they look like when they are overlaid on the slide? Change our subtitle settings to top and overlaid instead. And then we can go into slideshow mode and see what this looks like. So as I speak here, hey everyone, I'm Steffi Hogan. I love talking about accessible digital design, especially in presentations, because it's something that is very often either a complete afterthought or completely overlooked. See, okay, now you see these captions and they are larger text. That's pretty cool. White over black, and it's overlaid on my slide. And like I said, I don't usually use this option because I don't want anything on my slide to potentially be covered up by those captions. Let's test out translating my speech from English that I speak into French. Let's see what this looks like when we go into slideshow mode. And I can say, hi everyone, I am Steffi Hogan. I love talking about accessible digital design, especially with presentations, because it's something that is very often either a complete afterthought or overlooked altogether. And there you have it. French captions. I haven't paid attention to this as I'm speaking. I'll have to go back and translate that to see how accurate it is. But again, my French speaking friends, let me know in the comments how accurate these captions actually are. So that's it. That's today's super quick tip on day 8, how to use the PowerPoint live caption and live subtitling feature, which is awesome. I'll see you tomorrow on day 9 with, who knows? We'll see what happens. Have a wonderful day.